Xin chào, what's up everybody? Alright, we're out here in Saigon. This video today, we're going to talk about ChatGPT, which I think everyone knows what ChatGPT is now, and its use in Vietnam. Has it already gained extreme popularity here? Is it being used, and how I think it's going to get used worldwide, and pretty much it's already changed the world. Taking an education class, coding, everything's already changed forever. And it's just going to get crazier and crazier, and it's inevitable. You know, this is going to be a game-changing, it already is a game-changing technology. Smash that like button, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. So like, yeah, ChatGPT, it pretty much, once it started breaking on the internet of popularity, Vietnamese immediately saw it. It was written about in every single newspaper. It was written about in every single news article. It's been picked up by everybody. A lot of people are already playing with it.
Watch your videos, man.
You having a good trip?
Yeah, I love it.
Awesome. First time?
Yeah, we're from Florida.
Florida, me too.
She was born here.
Yeah, you were born here.
She hasn't been here in 40 years.
40 years, Tali.
This used to be grass.
Yeah, it used to be grass.
Yeah.
The roundabout was still here though,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I think the roundabout went down.
Yeah, it was down a little bit farther.
Yeah, because there's more grass that way.
They have gotten rid of the roundabout for years, and then they just brought it back.
Yeah, because I think the roundabout is just like about a little down here.
It used to be nicer. You could walk all the way down.
Yeah.
They just bought this roundabout back. I have no idea why.
Yeah, I watched a few videos while I was researching this place.
Yeah. How long you guys been here for?
We've been here for almost 2 weeks.
Oh, that's awesome.
Went to the Lad,
Boom Tao's where all the old guys are.
Yeah.
We went to play golf.
Oh yeah, it's good for golf.
Yeah, we went to Ho Tram to play golf.
Golf is makwa here. It's expensive. Golf is not cheap here.
Oh.
It's super expensive. I like to golf, but I just don't. I'm fat and broke.
Yeah, we went to the Trang, the Lat, Hoi An, Da Nang. This is our last leg.
What'd you think of the Chang?
It's nice.
It was
Super chill, right?
Yeah, we was on the beach and we on like the second
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
So we kind of like chill, but
That's my most recommended beach to anybody in Vietnam, for sure. Because it's so chill and it's clean.
yes,
They clean it.
Yeah, we went from the Lat to the Trang.
Yeah.
3-hour drive. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
With all the mountains and waterfalls.
I usually sleep through it because the driver's so crazy. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna sleep this one out.
From Ho Tram to where did we go? Yeah. Ho Tram to Lat. That ride sucked.
What'd you think about Dalat?
That was awesome, man.
You really liked it, huh?
it's just a dirty beach though.
There's no
Oh no.
Dalat's the flower place.
Yeah,
All the
yeah,
flowers.
definitely.
And the coffee shops and shit.
very dirty. Man, I wish I ate more Ben Ken.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That was the only reason I really went there was to try the Ben Ken.
Right.
Line.
So that Dalat's famous. They have a flower festival like every year.
Yeah.
That's when people really go there. But it's also popular. Like all Saigonese love to go there, take photos, drink coffee. Like it's very popular for that.
Across the street, I closed my eye.
Crossing the street, you just walk at a normal pace.
We was right around.
You don't run. You don't.
I think he taking out view or something. And
Yeah,
they said that they, when he walked, he say, "Mom, you walk, don't look." I was just like this, you know. And so he said, "Mom, keep walking, don't look."
Yeah,
I
you
said,
just
"Okay."
walk a regular
So
because they're all looking and moving for you.
So I told him, I said, "Well, just walk next to me, got my eye closed." So I just closed the whole time I video, but I closed the whole time. I said, "Just walking, but don't look."
So where is your favorite place that you've been out of everywhere?
Man, it's hard to pick. I like Ho Tram because it was just peaceful. I mean, it was like a resort and stuff,
Right,
so we
right.
were just stuck there.
Yeah.
And I kind of needed that to wind down from my job
Oh,
at the
yeah.
U.S.
Yeah. Did you do anything up north? Did you go to Hanoi or anything?
No, we went to Da Nang and Hoi An.
So Da Nang's the highest.
We
Yeah.
went to the Marble Mountains, which was absolutely insane to me.
Well, I'll be right back.
What else?
All right, we're back. So we're gonna kind of transition from ChatGPT to just that, and I'm gonna talk about that. So this was a Vietnamese mother that had left Vietnam in '83. They weren't able to get out in '75, and then that was her son. I don't know what the dad was mixed with. I think white. He looks like he's got a bit of white in him. But like when you turn the camera off, you can get much more information on these like impromptu interviews. I would have loved to have filmed it, but I guarantee you I wouldn't have got all the additional information that like I shared with him in a 15-minute conversation afterwards. So she hasn't been back here since 1983. Absolutely wild. And she didn't even want to come back. Her son, had to talk him into it. And the way he found my channel is he was researching Saigon. And of course, you know, your boy Fat and Broke popped up. So he started watching a few videos for reference points of like walking and seeing and looking at things, which is always super cool. He might not even be a subscriber, but he at least knows who I am and watches the channel, and that's cool. Like, I think I don't get as many subscribers is because you don't have to subscribe for my information. You can just use it for your trip and one time, etc. So like, I understand that and I'm fine with that. It's all good. So her story was fascinating. So her mother was against the North essentially, and she got put in jail. So they had to wait for her to get out of jail, which took, I think she said her mom was in jail 5 years, 6 years. So then once her mother was out of jail, they came to America. I didn't get the details on how they got to America, but she is very fond of America. You know, she sees it as a much better place than what it was here back in those tumultuous times during the war and after the war. She, like I said, was very apprehensive to coming back to Vietnam. But at the end of the day, she said, even though she still has these emotions that that Vietnam of bad times, because you know she left under duress and stress, she still found that she had a pretty good time and was glad that she came to Vietnam with her son. And her son had an absolutely great trip. They went to Nha Trang, they went to Da Nang, you know, they went to Vung Tau. They went all over the place, pretty much in the middle and in the south. They didn't get up north because you would need another week, and I agree with them. But he's definitely going to come back. I don't know if he'll convince mom to come back again, but she saw her sister here. She's seeing some more family tomorrow. She's a bit apprehensive about that, but as me and her son then told her, you know, you should definitely go see your family, especially if you're not going to come back again. You know, you might have not seen them and not have a relationship with them for a while, but why not go and check that out and see what that's gonna look like. So very, very interesting story. I've met some other people that watch the channel that actually left on the boat in '75 or on the helicopter. You could either escape two ways pretty much then. You could get on a boat or you could get on the helicopter. And she was scheduled to be on the helicopter, but they got caught up, you know, when they came in. They didn't make it to the helicopter drop in time, is essentially what it sounded like to me from what she explained. So really, wow, just kind of cool to hear those kind of stories. You know, I would love to be able to film that stuff, but people do not open up as much when you've got just a camera on all the time. So sometimes the better move is to turn the camera off, get the story, and then tell the story, if you get what I'm saying. So do you guys want me to walk in other spots? That's what we're doing. Who wants some Gucci? Some Gucci. Scoochie! So I absolutely fantastic story. It's good that she was convinced to come back and see how good Vietnam is now. We also talked about some other stuff that I won't discuss because I live in Vietnam. But she was amazed at how many Westerners were here, and you know how big it is that like Westerners want to come in here, and how much like Vietnam reciprocates Westerners coming in. Like I've talked about this before. It's a capitalistic government here. It's not really. You do not feel the C word in any way here. You just don't. Like, the only people that get in trouble with the government here is if some like crazy person goes on the internet and starts talking about overthrowing the government, like publicly on Facebook. Then they get in trouble, but they don't do any kind of like what the CCB does and like lock you away in a camp and slave labor you and stuff like that. They give you a fine. Like I had to pay a fine. Maybe he'll do a month in jail. Like for talking crap. You see that in the news very rarely. One or two of those a year where you see somebody that's like, I'm going to overthrow the government, and then he gets in trouble from the government. So I thought her story was absolutely fantastic. It made for some interesting content. We'll do the ChatGPT. We can do it now. I just wanted to talk about her story and his story and how tremendous it was. If you are watching the channel, dude, it was a pleasure to meet you and your mother. Absolutely amazing. So I hope your guys' trip, like I told you, was great. So yeah, ChatGPT is already taken over in Vietnam. Kids are already probably answering college level stuff with it. You can do programming on it. If you don't know what ChatGPT, it's an AI system. It's like an AI bot that you can ask a question to and get an answer. One of the guys in the Discord actually asked it to compare Bangkok and Saigon, and it did a better job than even I could probably do. I was pretty surprised. It wrote the whole dialogue for the YouTube video. It even told like what the film, like intro of aerial footage of Saigon and Bangkok to compare, and then it gives you the exact script, what to say, and it's, I tell you what, it's worded pretty good. Is this a sports bar? What is this place? Pasha? I didn't even know this was here. This is what happens when you do walk around like these other little side streets. I had no idea this shit was here. So there's a Turkish and Mediterranean restaurant right here. Kind of looks like a sports bar. We'll walk back this way. There's a halal Saigon. You know, there's always so many streets, and I haven't walked down all of them. So it's always curious to see these. So yeah, I think ChatGPT is going to be huge. I think it's going to absolutely take over. You know, I just done the video about the teaching thing, and one of the comments somebody brought up in the Discord was, you know, you can pretty much just go through college now using ChatGPT, and there's no way for them to recognize that. They can try to theorize that you're using ChatGPT. At the end of the day, it's pretty much nullifying college education. Besides for actually learning the stuff, if you do want to be smart in it, like kids are going to be able to get through high school and college fairly easily with ChatGPT. It'll eventually be able to do most computer programming too, of all different languages. Like, it's going to be crazy. You know, like copywriting, a popular little tea place where you sit on the ground. I'm not too keen on that one. There's a lot of rats around here. I'm not sitting on the ground. Give me a little stool. Sitting on the ground here though, calm. No way. So it's going to be able to do everything. People are the bigger thing now is feeding Bitcoin through it. What's the price prediction, SHIB? What's the price prediction? All that stuff. Bitcoin's on the rise again. Crypto's on the rise again. Are we leaving the bear market and heading for the bull market? I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see. Only time will tell. I would probably say it's safe to, I'm not a financial advisor in any way, but I'd say it's pretty safe to be buying up little bits here and there. A couple $100 every week if you got it landed in something. Come on. A little massage place. Oh, this is Lala. So Lala's is up here. Lala's is great. And then after Lala's, you can have a happy ending. What's more to a perfect evening? So I have not really experimented with ChatGPT yet, but I have friends that are doing copywriting with it. Like I say, I got a buddy that's experimenting with it, having it do YouTube content for him, like writing the scripts. They're kind of more just playing with it, but I think once you see the next version and the next version, it's going to be able to do so much and replace so many things. It's going to be wild. Like, let me tell you, wild. So I probably would have gone more in debt on the ChatGPT, but you know, we had that fantastic interview. So I'm going to kind of title the video as that interview. Next time, maybe I can ask if it's okay for me to like film. If you notice, whenever I meet somebody, if I meet a subscriber or a fan, I don't film them because I don't know if they want to be on camera. So I don't think that's polite to necessarily do that. So kind of hold it off to the side. So yeah, that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. That was a really cool one. If you want to subscribe to the channel to see more traveling worldwide, tips for living in Vietnam, tips for visiting Vietnam, tips for visiting countries in Asia, my channel is the channel for you. So hit that sub button. See you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. We do have extra additional content on Patreon. If you watch the video all the way to the end, type in Vietnam #1. Okay, come on. See you guys on the next one. Stay frosty. Peace out.